My name is Chief Olododo, the Mayweather of Entertainment, OON, original Olododo of Nigeria. You know, as we take do every Tuesday, now to take sensitize ourselves on this edutainment show, what they call Property Matta. I call it edutainment because no be only say we go educate you, but in a very simple and mild way, you go to learn about property, you go to learn about real estate, you go to even gingered to do one or two things as far as real estate they concerned. Why? Because now play method now we dey use, and ogbonge oga wey sabi on top real estate, a man with vast experience, dey inside the building with us. His name na engineer Debo Adejana, and him go dey take us through another one today. Wetin we go see today now from him mouth, now we go dey hear am. But I know say something we get to do with 2023 must dey share today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
You look good.
Thank you. You are not looking bad yourself.
Thank you very much.
Your titles fascinates me a lot. You gave yourself Mayweather of Entertainment. Then you say you are also OON.
That one no be me give myself now.
Who give you?
Na government.
Government give you original Olododo of Nigeria. Because your OON na original Olododo.
Yes. Now the one wey go with me, they give me. They don't give me the one wey no go with me.
Okay, now your own government.
No,
be Nigerian government.
Anybody wey dey Nigeria.
Wey you call government.
Anybody wey dey Nigeria na government. Ìjọba lẹ́yìn náà láyé yìí. You are a government in your own space.
Good morning, viewers. How are you? And hope you are preparing for the Christmas season. Yes, hope you are preparing for that and getting to round up your year. I mean, have you started reviewing what you've achieved this year and probably looking at what next year holds for you? This is the time to do that. If you have not started, plan your year by first starting with, okay, what are the things I said I wanted to do this year? Which ones did I do?
Which one no do?
Which one no do? Why I no do them? Okay, wetin go come happen next year? Now, so person they live life. Don't just wake up and live life. Plan, and that's how we achieve. And that's why today, last week, we've been talk wetin happen for real estate markets, okay, for 2022. So today, we dey talk wetin fit happen. We dey look. It's an outlook. We dey look at 2023 and looking at just forecasting, looking at what will likely happen in 2023 in the real estate market.
Yes.
Yeah. So, if we're discussing that, certain things we need to consider that will impact on that market. Because it is how those things play out that will then determine how that market will respond. So, number one, inflation still there.
Okay.
It's still a bit high, and it may get even higher based on the things that are happening. There is an implication of that in 2023. Okay? Interest rates, they go up.
Yes.
It just recently go up. CBN just recently review rate up. So meaning say for people to get access to loan now go be more costly. Loan go cost more than it cost before. You understand? So that's they happen. You need to note all of these things because they are going to impact on what will happen in 2023. What's the other one? Global recession. If you listen to news globally, they're talking about global recession. I mean, things are winding down. Companies internationally are laying off. The tech world has been hit by a lot of layoffs.
Yeah, I saw the one
in responding to the possible recession. Okay, cryptocurrency world is suffering some, shocks right now because of some collapse and some bankruptcy in that area. So and it's affecting. All of these things have their effects. Okay, because you must realize that a lot of the people who buy properties in Nigeria are diasporas, Nigerians who are abroad. You understand?
From your own research.
Yes. And if their economy is affected there, it means say
it will affect the
market.
It will
affect the market here because
that's what we call ceteris paribus in economics. All things being equal.
So I like your Latin. Yes, so it will affect the market here because that means they won't have as much purchasing power as they've had all this while, So that is another thing you need to look at. Then exchange rate also is going up. I mean, we are still, it's been around 7 something for some time. So you can imagine naira to dollar. The parallel market.
A pound is even close to 1,000, if not more.
The parallel market is around 7 something. I stayed there. It goes to 800, comes back to around 7 something. You know, so depending on how things play out, I kind of have a feeling, okay? And my guess, my educated guess, is that with the activity of the CBN, the naira change, you know, the control they are trying to put on access to naira currency and stuff like that, it may mean that dollar may still go up a bit, especially getting close to when this old naira will no longer be acceptable. You know, depending on if this law they are trying to pass, this access to cash and all of that they are trying to pass, goes through or not. Because a lot of people who have money that are not within the banking framework, who wants to bring it in so that they don't lose that money and they can gain access to the fresh cash or whatever. If they cannot do that, they probably will also explore purchase dollar. If those people who sell in the parallel market have a way of getting their own cash into the banking system to have it saved, so it can escape the hammer for the new naira notes. You know, so depending on how tightly this is carried out, it may mean that naira dollar may stabilize or it may shoot up a bit. Okay, so there is the exchange rate factor there also. The possibility of the exchange rate going up is there. Then, lastly, two things fuel our economy in terms of food inflation in this country: diesel price and petrol price. Petrol price right now, we are not sure where we are.
Yes.
Some filling stations are selling
for 250,
for 245, 250, the independent marketers, and some multinationals are selling for 170.
Yes,
you know?
I bought
so
170.
So you see queues in some of these multinationals.
170s.
Then you see people driving and buy fuel in
in
the 240, 250 something. I hope that everybody will not just come up to 240 something. That will be like a 40% increase in the current price if it goes to 240 something, and that would be huge. The economy can't take that shock without reacting. So definitely prices of things will go up because petrol is the basis of a lot of things. The small sector which drives this economy, and most economies anywhere in the world really, operate and survive on petrol. A lot of the generators they use are not diesel, whatever, they are petrol. Diesel has had its own impact on us. So petrol may likely also go up. If it goes up, or like they are saying, the budget provision was made for subsidy up till June. You know? So whatever happens after June, we don't know. So if during that time, during the new year, subsidy is removed, okay, because they are not continuing after June, that would have impact. So looking at some of these things that are mentioned, you know, you can start to tell, you know, how the market will react in 2023. So,
okay, thank you very much. You've done a very good, excuse me, you've done a very good analysis, and all this analysis where you do, it borders more on the economic part of the real estate world, which means say she been a person. Our people talk say na person where you don't build in Tommy, now you go build house. That's why you never build in Tommy. Say now you go talk say one build man son, be one who call me was. So you don't take us through the economic aspect of it. Now I want to actually I want you to use your periscope, yes, and view, stretch your periscope to 2023 and help us. What do we expect in terms of, are we expecting more, like I put it here, are we going to be experiencing more strict policies from government as regards building collapse in 2023? Because from my own research, and from the facts I have on Google, over 30 buildings now collapse for inside Lagos just this year for as far as Google search have it. And I know say a lot of body now they don't put at least I know of one last speaker or something. So are we expecting more policies from government as regards building, and if that be wetin make agents, building contractors, wetin make they do more come 2023. Also, building materials and cost of building materials. What are we looking at? Building materials and cost of building materials. Wetin be the present state where they dey now, and wetin make we dey expect come 2023. These and many more are the questions wey Engineer Debo go dey chook mouth. And you sef get the opportunity to do wetin, to call in via our WhatsApp video call, tabi make you call in via the normal, the conventional phone line, so that we go dey talk together on top property matter. We dey look at 2023 in view. We dey ask am say, are we going to be experiencing more strict policies from government as regards building collapse, because we experience am well this year. And vis-a-vis how e go take even affect contractors, people wey wan build house this time around, shey na the same way wey we go ṣá ẹ̀dá mi sí, ẹ̀dá cement sí, ẹ̀dá yanrìn, ẹ bá ń já yanrìn síbẹ̀, or we go dey expect more strict policies. Then on top building materials too, e good make you help us chook mouth a bit on top of that one. Wetin make we watch out for? Building materials and cost of building materials. Wetin make we expect come 2023? Sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you. So I hate to be the prophet of doom. The angle I would like to answer that question of collapse is, would there even be collapse? In terms of measures to curb collapse, we have them. We have them. We have the government bodies. We have the law and procedures to prevent collapse, you know. But whether there will be collapse or not in 2023, sincerely, I can almost tell you that there will be. If you look at the last few years, there has not been any year that there has not been collapse, in Lagos particularly. So there will be somewhere, unfortunately. It may be as a result of an ongoing construction that is not done very well, or of a old house that is obsolete, out of use, and that is not brought down in good time. Whether or not, I pray people don't lose their lives in it, but that it will be, or whether rain, you know, flooding and all, there will be. Because we have within our system those gaps that will show up sometime. And we've not really made deliberate efforts. We've made some effort, but we've not really made conclusive efforts at making sure that we tackle those gaps so that they don't happen in the future. You know, we've made some effort. So should we expect more government reactions? Because that's what we get regarding collapse. Of course, when collapse would happen, when collapse happens, government would have to react one way or the other. So should expect that. I'm just praying that it's not going to be hard. It's not going to involve loss of life. And I'm also hoping that, the bodies that are responsible for these things are also going to do a thorough job. They are trying their best, but they are just going to do more to ensure that we don't have these things happen. Because it's beyond just the design and what is happening on site. It goes to even importation. The standard of things, building materials we are bringing into this country. I think I mentioned on this program one of the days that I went to a supermarket to buy shower curtain.
Yes,
shower curtain.
I remember.
The shower curtain, nylon for bread is thicker than the shower curtain I got. And somebody imported that and it passed through our system and it got into stores that we are buying. So the other day I wanted to buy another one. I was trying to open it to feel the texture. One of the assistants was around and said, no, I can't open it. I dropped it. If I can't open it, I won't buy it.
Sure.
Because I've been burnt once, I won't be burnt again. You know. So we need to work on that. Okay. Then talking about material prices. So having said all that I said earlier, you know, one of the impacts of those things that we should expect.
Sorry, let's take Ade.
Okay.
Good morning, Ade. Good morning, Ade.
Ade. Wow. Okay, Ade. So one of the impact we should expect is that prices will go up. Yes, prices will go up this year. Again, it will not be, or it may not be, right? So these are my opinions, okay, and my own thoughts. They are not any professional advice. You didn't pay for any, so you are not getting any. These are just my thoughts. It may not be as we witnessed in 2021, 2022, this current year, those price jumps. But whether there will be price increases, yes, there will be. Now, as bad as unacceptable as it is, okay, you may have to be buying properties in foreign denominated currencies. Dollars, for example. In fact, property prices may be quoted in dollars more and more. We'll start witnessing a lot of that if we continue with this, very volatile exchange rate regime. Why am I saying so? Because a lot of times it's better you hedge your pricing in foreign currency than in naira. Otherwise, you may have to be going back to your customers for increased price. So one of the ways we witness a lot of dollar dominated already in the up market, in the luxury market, but it's coming down to the middle market and may probably also appear at the bottom market if we don't really have a good solution to this, quickly arrest this our fluctuation in the foreign exchange, because you want to be able to say this is my price and let it remain for some time. Not that this is my price, in another 3 months you have to adjust it, in another 2 months you have to adjust it because the dollar rate to naira keeps moving. So prices will go up. Okay, they may not go up as much as we witnessed in 2021 and 2022. And when I say prices, I mean prices of virtually everything that is involved in the real estate space. Materials will go up. So when you are buying properties, it will go up. When you are renting, it will go up. When you are engaging contractors, it will go up. Consultants, it will go up. So things like that you should expect.
Okay, thank you very much. Don't tell us make we expect materials will go up. Exchange rate just come out of everything we in the talk back to back. Exchange rate. Be like saying that was be the key player for real estate world now. I don't know, but exchange rate it determine a lot of things. So, sir, let us quickly look at the angle of rentage. Over landlord. What lies our fate come 2023?
Like I said, it will go up. Yes, I mean. No. So this is what you should realize. If you've had your rent review this year,
okay,
you may not likely have another one next year.
So what I pay this year, I go pay next year.
Most landlords will still take you for another year. Do you understand? But if you've not had rent review,
sorry, sir, do you say another year or another 3 to 4 years?
You may not have another year. I can't guarantee 3 to 4 years. Yes, it depends on how this economy moves. You will be shocked that there are people in the last 2 years that have gotten rent increase in the 2 years.
But that's not fair.
No, it's not about being fair. It's about what the economy is giving us. You must realize that the landlord also is in this economy and would have to survive. So it's the forces of demand and supply. And we have so much shortage. So it's demand and supply.
Can't we have government policies that would make this thing?
Government policies cannot.
I know we've had before.
I've said this several.
We've had before under Mobolaji Johnson.
How did it pan out? You understand? It can't be. You can't peg a rental or the prices people have if you are not enabling the market. If you are enabling the market, and we're saying we have millions of shortages in the country.
Sure.
20 million, 22 million you hear in some places. If we have that much of shortage, you can't say that. I mean, you know what obtains or what happens when you are renting a property. If you go search for a property that you like this morning,
yes,
and you are still deliberating whether you should pay or not, by the evening that you have now decided to pay, the property is gone.
Funny enough, we normally think they normally use it to do shakara for us.
No!
If you don't pay
in
that,
the
somebody won't pay.
in the rental space, it is that high. Demand is that high, and supply of rentable, tenantable, conducive properties are scarce. So, when you see a good one, if you don't pick it up in good time,
Or quickly do advance.
it's gone, you know. So, in that light, if you are not paying, it means somebody else will pay.
Then,
So you'll be the loser. So you would rather pay if you can afford it. And if you can't afford a 3-bedroom, you will step down to two bedroom. So that's what would happen. You know, so what I would in terms of prices,
if you can't afford 3-bed, you have to step down to 2. If you can't afford duplex, come down to 3.
Yeah,
wow,
step down.
Wow.
So and people are stepping down already. You know, I mentioned last week that people are stepping down in terms of
stepping out.
Stepping out, yeah. You step down or you step out. So people are stepping out. Some people are stepping out. They are renting 3-bedroom here. They can't afford it anymore. In Ajao, SA, for example, then they move to Mowe and rent 3-bedroom still. Do you understand? So they are stepping out. Or you step down from Ajao, 3-bedroom in Ajao to 2-bedroom in Ajao. You know,
make it go back for Luku, make it cross to Mafu.
Unfortunately, yes. But if the economy improves, you see, all of this that we are talking about also depends on how the economy improves. If the economy improves, especially towards the second half of next year,
okay,
we may start to see some corrections and adjustments. Actually, things may start to get back. Especially, don't forget also that one of the things that will inform how the first quarter, particularly of next year, will play out is the election.
Sure.
And election for people already, people in the real estate space are feeling that right now. Yes, they are feeling the heat right now because so many people are just, even when they have money, they are just holding back.
To see what the election...
They are not really buying as they should or as they normally do. You understand? Because there is the election factor. They want to see how will the economy play out, who will win. Some people, the jackpot syndrome is also affecting the market.
Wow.
Yes, because a lot of the people who should have economic power are the one going.
Sure,
yes.
Sure.
So there are a lot of properties in the market for sale from those people jackpotting.
Sure.
You understand? Now,
age.
So two things that two ways that is affecting us. They are dumping a lot of properties in the market to sell. Fewer people are buying. So there is it has become there is a glut in some way. Okay. Then they are also living and they have economic power. So the number of people that can really buy properties in the country is also dropping.
Because that working age, supposed to rent
so the
house,
market,
buy property.
The rental, the market and all of that is also being affected with all of this. And it may increase. Jackpot may increase. Some people are waiting for the outcome of the election to know whether it's now time to go. You know, so let's expect that. But however, also in the real estate space, or we may have to actually continue this next week because so that we talk more on
because we're already drawing closer to New Year by next week. I think that should almost be the last episode of the year. So on that platform, we'll say thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Use your head.